festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the San Diego Padres looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond. First pitch coming at you right after the break. First pitch moments away. Pitching in our game today, Joe Musgrove. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
The pitch comes up empty. That's strike 2. Goes down looking.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Here's Charlie Blackmon. You got to keep an eye on Musgrove, too, because he's been known on the back of the mound to play tic-tac-toe with the other team's pitcher. He did that once in a game with a former teammate, Chad Kuhl. It was a tie. Here's the 0-1. Now 1-1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Kim sizes this one up, makes the grab for the second out.
At third, the first baseman, number 25, C.J.
2 outs, base is empty. C.J. Cron, the next to hit. Musgrove was originally picked in the first round in 2011 by the Blue Jays, but now a San Diego kid who grew up in Grossmont and got a chance to pitch for his hometown team in the playoffs in 2022. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Next offering misses, and that's ball 1. 2 outs. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Got it by him for the K. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, and on the mound today, German Marquez.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots. that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Bottom of the first. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts.
1-0.
Righty delivers.
Ball.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
And now 2-1. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Next offering is in for a strike. Here comes a pitch.
Count full.
Lined into left center, base hit.
Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. In there, and it's 0-1. Jake Cronenworth, the Michigan kid, he played at the University of Michigan. Rays took him in the 15 draft in the 7th round. Grew up playing a lot of hockey. Eventually made his big league debut with the Padres. Chris, he's been an all-star twice. And the righty deals. On the ground, 2 ball. Trejo tossed to second, over to first, safe.
Batting third, the third baseman,
Manny Machado up to the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Manny Machado, his brother-in-law, is former major leaguer Yonder Alonso. Both those kids grew up in Miami, and of course, Alonso, a guy who ended up having a nice major league career. Cronenworth stands at first with 1 out. Next offering is in for a strike.
They must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
The 1-1. There's a strike.
1-2.
And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
batting fourth, no left fielder, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Bryant makes the catch, and that'll do it. One left for San Diego. Scoreless after 1. Welcome back. Top of the second. Here's Chris Bryant now. Well, Chris, baseball fans remember Chris Bryant winning the World Series in 2016. But Cub fans still remember Bryant's throw across the diamond to make it official. He recorded the final out in that rainy Game 7. First pitch just misses. Musgrove, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a sinker. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss. That's a strike. Three-two now.
Counted full.
Now a step off the rubber to reset. Kicks and fires. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. And that's outside. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson, a consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone, but once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Runner at first with no outs here. High fly ball out into left center field. Soto makes the grab, and there's one down. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see these guys a lot.
Yeah, but these guys are all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with some of these guys.
Brendan Rodgers stands in now and watches strike one. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike three.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
So up next, Alan Trejo. In the air, left side. Soto going after it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So one left for Colorado. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning, and now here's the veteran DH, Matt Carpenter.
The designated hitter, Matt Carpenter.
Marquez back to work. And there's a ball. The pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Daza racing over to make the catch.
Batting short, the right fielder,
Nelson Cruz, the next up for the Padres. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Crone. Already two out here in the home half of inning number two.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Daza makes the catch, and that'll do it. Nothing doing there for the Friars. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in San Diego, on to the third inning, and now it's Elias Diaz. Diaz in his 7th season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. And a foul ball.
Some of the greatest players in the history of the game were born in Venezuela, including one that finished with 500+ home runs, 3,000+ hits, and a triple crown.
And the 0-2. Machado Whips it to first. And one away in the top of the third.
The shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
So digging in, Ezekiel Tovar. Musgrove, the tall righty, 230 pounds, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And that's in for a strike.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jonathan Daza steps to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swings through that one. 0-1. Top of the third, no score. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Rockies are down quietly, and we are still scoreless. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. The wind of the pitch. On the ground right side. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
The catcher, Austin.
And now it's Austin Nola. Nola measures 6 feet even, 33 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Bounced out to short. High throw to first, and he can't reach it.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base, and usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target, and I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Now he breaks his bat. Fires over to Crone. Bogaerts retired.
Well, that actually works out for the hitter. If it's not a broken bat, it's hit hard enough for a double play. But if the slower roller, defense does a nice job of at least getting one out of it.
So 2 down now, and here is Jake Cronenworth. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch
That's
downstairs, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Next pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. And a swing and a miss.
2-1.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Hit hard, base hit. Around third. Here comes the throw. And at second, no play. A run comes in the play.
Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Here's Manny Machado now. First pitch, not close.
Hey, Boog, did you know Manny Machado is the youngest player in history to have a walk-off grand slam in both leagues?
I did not know that. Runner at second, 2 down. Machado, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Out to short. Sends it to first. Machado out of the play. That's the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. As we go to the top of the fourth, now the number 2 hitter, Charlie Blackmon. And he deals. In for a strike. That's strike 1.
0-1.
And the pitch is outside. Ball 1. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. That one missing inside. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bogarts makes the catch, and there's one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And here is C.J. Cron. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. C.J. Cron can hit a ball a long way. In 2022, he had a 504-foot home run. That was 1 foot shy of the longest homer ever tracked by StatCast. Nomar Mazara hit one 505 feet.
Yeah, that home run tied Giancarlo Stanton's 504-foot home run at Coors Field when he was with the Marlins in 2016. That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up. Chris Bryant, a kid who accomplished a lot right away getting to the big leagues. Former number 2 overall pick, won the Rookie of the Year, was named the MVP in 2016, winning a World.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Ryan McMahon now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Bryant on at second with 2 down. And the pitch. Squirts away a little bit. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Left-hand hitter waits. In the air out towards right center. Grisham settles under it. He's got it. And that is that. The Rockies strand 1. They still trail 1-0. Back here at Petco Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Juan Soto. The wind and the pitch. Soto swinging a drive. Deep right field. That's back. And it's gone. Juan Soto goes deep. And they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now it's Matt Carpenter. Now a fly ball to right center. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Nelson.
And here is Nelson Cruz. 0 for 1 so far. Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to Crone. And that's an out.
Up next is Padres, the center fielder, Trent.
2 outs, base is empty. Trent Grisham digs in now. He's 0 for 1.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
And that one is lifted in the air. Daza hustling. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that's the inning. The Padres get 1 in the inning with a solo blast. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Brendan Rodgers. Musgrove back to work. Here's a rocket out to left. Soto makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the second baseman, Alan Trejo. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time.
Let's go, Padres.
And a foul ball.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swing and a ball popped up, and that will drop foul. The wind of the pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And a pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 0-2 now. Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They trail things here 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. And the right-hander back to work. And that's downstairs and outside.
1-0.
On the ground, Tovar picks it up, whips it to first on the run. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Now here is Austin Nola. Up the middle. Fires over to Crone. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. 1 for 2. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Even though Bogaerts at the beginning of his career signed with and then played for the Boston Red Sox, his favorite player growing up was Derek Jeter. That ends the inning, so we take a break. Padres down in order, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, and now the shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. Musgrove, an all-star a season ago, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2011. That one catches the zone, 0-1. Up the middle, nice grab.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Jonathan Daza digging in for the Rockies. Strike 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
In the dirt, blocked. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Well, that's part of the risk when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Even as good as catchers are these days at blocking pitches, that one just got away enough, and that takes the double play opportunity away for now.
Tovar stands at second with no outs. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
I think he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now it's Charlie Blackmon. Foul ball. One out and a runner at second. Lifted in the air, right center field. Grisham settles under it. Hauls it in for the out.
The first baseman, number 25, C.J.
So up next, C.J. Crone. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Been an interesting path for C.J. Crone. 17th overall pick in 2011 by the Angels, debuted in 2014. But the power of the last few years has been amazing, and he became an all-star in 2022. Popped in the air, left field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Padres 2 and the Rockies nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth, multi-time All-Star, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round. That's a laser base hit. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Here's Manny Machado. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. In there for strike one. Chris, whether it's superstition or things guys do just to get themselves mentally focused, Manny Machado has a routine. He'll write the initials FN in the infield dirt to honor his grandfather, Francisco Nunez. Oh, that one rides up and in.
Straighten him up a little bit.
1-1 now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Up against the wall and brings it in. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around and made a nice catch.
Soto measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds, and he's a former home run derby champ. Fouled off to the right.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
There's a swing and a drive. He'll circle the bases. His second of the year. It's 4-0.
Got a real hard fastball. You can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. German Marquez is done in this one. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Righty reliever out of the pen, Jose Urena. Now, this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Jose Urena.
So 1 out, nobody on. Matt Carpenter will hit next. And he grounds one back up the middle. Fires over to Crone. 2 away.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And now Nelson Cruz.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
On the ground, right side. Fires over to first. 3rd out. 2 across on this San Diego homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back. Top of inning number 7. So in now for Colorado, Chris Bryant. The Rockies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Right-hander kicks, deals. In the air, left field. Takes it in for the out.
Well, just an excellent job to track that one down. That was a tough play, and he tried to stay on his feet, not wanting to dive and maybe have it go by him, but the lunge at the end kind of sent him barrel rolling. Great effort, though, and a nice job to hang on to the ball throughout the catch.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. Next offering is down low, and that is ball one. Kicks and deals. Slider clips the corner. And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a
struck him out looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Trejo up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. McMahon off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball popped up. Bogarts has a beat on it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. So 1 left for Colorado. They're down 4-0. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the 7th. Stepping in for San Diego, Trent Grisham. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. Strike one. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Tapped out in front of the plate. Now the throw to first on the run. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
The batter, number 7, second baseman,
Ha-Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. Ripped on a line. Could be extra bases. And that's going to roll to the wall. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
He was all over that one. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Nola. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Kim around third. Daza fires it to the plate. Not in time. He scores. And the lead is up to 5.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Xander Bogaerts. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Righty delivers. Ground ball, could be 2. There's 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. So it's 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and no one left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Padres 5 and the Rockies nothing. Ready to begin the 8th. Now the Rockies catcher, Elias Diaz. And a pitch. And there's the strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Line to left. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. And that's a leadoff double.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
Runner leads away at second. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Righty to the plate. Tosses to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Jonathan Daza digging in for the Rockies.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Out towards left center. Got it. Nice grab. Runner tags from third. The throw is offline and he's in to score. It's 5-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
There's Chuck Nasty. And that's in there for strike one.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Fly ball to right. Cruz under it. He makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. So they get 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Padres 5 and the Rockies 1. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
The first baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Urania back to work. On the ground to the left. McMahon fires over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Machado, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And now it's Juan Soto. Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Machado grounds second on his way to third. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
One down. Matt Carpenter, the next up for the Padres. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Machado at third. Soto on second. Carpenter at first. One gone. And 1-2. And a ball evens the count. The 2-2. On the ground to first, could be two. To second, there's one. Back to first for two, and that'll do it.
These boys are ready to make a play with the bases loaded. Excellent job of execution there. You turn the double play, and the inning is over.
Back here at Petco Park. And now, C.J. Cron.
C.J. Cron.
The pitch. Late swing fouled off. 0-1. Swings through that.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Chris Bryant, the next to hit. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, just very efficient out there on the mound. I mean, just a great outing. He's just now getting to 100 pitches.
Ground ball right side, and foul ball. 0-2. That's hard hit on the line. And he makes the catch. And there's two down.
Now back. Third base.
Ryan McMahon digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 3. First offering, and it just misses. He's got it. Ball game. The Padres take the season opener and move to 1-0.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious San Diego Padres, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base.